Mr. Siddiqui. I'm having chicken, beans, and rice. Is it good? Yes, it's really good because I made it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our balance sheet. We currently have December 21st. Most of you are probably worried in regards to, oh, Mr. Siddiqui, your data is very much different from what I have. And that is completely okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with equals edate, cut that, comma 12, and then proceed by dropping it all the way down towards the end. Format the cells. For the custom part, we will go ahead and change it to MMM space, and then you will be using the YY, and then the symbol which is underneath delete, capital E, and then okay. And then there you have it. This is what it's supposed to look like. I will give you some time to go ahead and make some edits. This is the way I want you to go ahead and put in the borders as well as the bolded letters like total assets, total current liabilities, and so forth. So please go ahead and do that. So we have the current assets, we have the cash, and the account receivable. For the total current assets, we will go ahead and type in equal sum. Enter. There you go. Same thing. Equal sum. Enter. And then you will do it for equals, and then there you have it. Enter. So you got the total non-current assets, which is 8,000. Net fixed assets 8,000. And then total current assets, which is 5150. Now for the total assets, equals C12 plus total current assets, and then there you have it. Please do make sure that you make it to bold. Same thing. There you have it. And now, and now for the total current liabilities, equals sum, and add the accounts payable and the deferred revenue together. And then there you have it, 300. I'll go ahead and make that bold. We have debt worth of $10,000 and total, debt $10,000 and total non-current liabilities. We will go ahead and put in equals and drop that down. For the total liabilities, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and type in equals and proceed by putting in, so for the total liabilities, 300 plus, and then you have total current liabilities, which will bring you to 10,300, and I'll make that to bold. Once you do that, proceed by focusing towards equity. Now you already have your total liabilities, you already have your common stock, retained earnings, and now we will go ahead and type in equal sum. And drop it down, enter, 2850. Total liabilities and equity, I'll go ahead and type in equals, and the total equity is 2850. Addition to total liabilities, which is 10,300. Proceed by entering, and then there you have it. You have the total liabilities and equity worth up to 13,150. And please make sure that you do make it bold, as well as the total equity. Once you do end up doing that, you will go for the balance check, and it's a very simple formula. You will proceed by putting in equals, and then what do you have for the balance check? You have the total assets worth up to 13,150, negative, and you will proceed by putting in total liabilities and equity, which is 13,150. Proceed by entering, and automatically it will come up. What I do want you to do is to go ahead and make the edit for the total equity by putting in the borders, top border, bottom border, just like that. as well as for the total liabilities and equity as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do bottom border, and you do have the common stock and so forth to indent. And yeah, for the total liabilities and equity, you have 13150. Please go ahead and make that bold. Total equity as well, bold. Let's go for the assumptions part. For the assumptions, we do have the net rev 15,000, cost of goods sold 8,850, but we do have missing data, and we will try to eliminate that. So go ahead and click accounts receivable equals, and then let's go to dip. Yep, there you go, B6. And then type in and the same exact formula that you applied for the income statement as a percent of rev, and then close the quotation, enter, and this should come up. We will do the same thing for accounts payable equals, and what do you have for accounts payable? Accounts payable, there you go. And then you will type in the and then quotations as a percent of rev, quotation close, enter. And then for deferred revenue equals, and you have this, you will type in and quotation as a percent of rev, quotation, and then there you go. Please do not drop it down. If you do end up dropping it down, then your accounts receivable is more than likely to also defer with the deferred revenue. So please do not do that. Manually input the formula. So we do have the accounts receivable, accounts payable, deferred rev. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and make the edit. And as you see, as a percent of rev, we will go for as a percent of COGS. So COGS, which is cost of goods sold, and enter. Since you already have the data for the income statement, the only thing that you do need to apply, which is the number itself, which is equals 23,750. And then there you have it. Now here's the thing. If you were to just type 23,750, that clearly indicates that you did not apply the formula. In order for you to apply the formula, all you need to do is type in equals and then go to your income statement, and throughout the assumptions there will be a list, okay? For your revenue, you have your income statement. Do make sure that you do enter 2350 within your income statement in order for your balance sheet to show up within the assumptions tab. Alright, this is the part where you're being graded. So all I'm going to do is just type in 23750. Same thing for the cost of goods sold. Go back to your income statement. You will have the information for the cost of goods sold, so please do make sure that you type in equals and enter the number and enter. So this should be the value 9750, and most of you are probably thinking, oh, Mr. Siddiqui, why is it showing in percent? Just put it into general or even to the number value itself. Instead of making 2 decimal places, you can go ahead and fix that. So it's going to be 99750. There you have it. From my end, it's a negative sign, but from your end, it should be in parentheses. And in order for you to get in parentheses, please make sure that you type in equals, go back to your income statement, click it, and then automatically it should come up to your D33 cell. And it should be in parentheses. In order for you to change that, if it were to show in percent, all you need to do, either click the general and the number, and then automatically it will input those numbers for you. Since I don't have the data with me for the income statement, I will manually type. Your job is not to manually type. Your job is to apply the formula. You will be dragging these two numbers all the way down towards the end. If the numbers are pretty much the same, then it clearly indicates that you did not follow these steps. So all I'm going to do is to input the data, which I have 26125. You have 30875, 47500. you have negative 19,500, you have negative 15,600, and you also have negative 12,675. I will go ahead and change these percent to general. There's no way that it's that. Okay, a little bit close. Currency, I want to put currency 10,000, 9,750, 10,000. Okay, so that's gonna be negative 10,000, 725. That's gonna be 12,000. No, 47,000, 15,000, 23,000, 26,000, 30,000, 40. Okay, 38,000. And then 47,500, 19,500, and then you have 15,600. You have 12,625, and then 10,725. I'm going to put a negative sign. And then there you have it. This is what it's supposed to look like. The only difference is you have it in parentheses. You are applying the formula. What I just did is I manually inputted the numbers. I clearly don't have the values right now in front of me for the income statement, but in order for you to find that out, you will apply the formula by typing in equals and automatically find the values in your income statement, which I believe all of you have already done. Let's go ahead and proceed by the next step. Once you do end up having these numbers towards a negative, you will then automatically change it towards the positive end. So in order for you to do that, you could either press the F2 or even the F3 key, and then automatically it will remove the parentheses, or in general the negative sign, or you can manually just remove the negative. So that's what I am currently doing right now. Yet again, please make sure that you type in the equal sign and put in the data. Yes, it is challenging, which is why it's a heavy grade, 60%. Now for the accounts receivable as a percent of rev, equals, what do I have? 150. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and type equals, it's receivable, divided by, let's see, what do I have? Revenue. Same thing for the accounts payable, equals, and then go all the way up. Equals, go all the way up to C16, divided by, and what do you have for your cost of goods sold? 8850, enter. There you have it. We'll now go ahead with the deferred revenue, equals. Let's check for the deferred revenue, which is going to be deferred rev, divided by, what do we have? Net rev, 15,000, go ahead and enter. And then there you have it. You successfully got the deferred rev, accounts payable, and the accounts receivable part. And now for the tricky part, instead of you dragging all the way towards the right, it will show you 0%. We don't want that. You'll go ahead and type in equals 1%, enter, drop this down, and then proceed by dropping it all the way towards the right. And if you do end up seeing, we now have the full data. This is how it's supposed to look like. Please do not drop down towards the right from the 1.7 to 0.3. It will show you a 0%. We don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead, enter. There you go. Drop it down. Yep, just like that. Now, since you do have your data, the only thing you need to do is just input. So go all the way up. We will go ahead and check our accounts receivable. Type in equals, and what do we have? D 34. What would that be? D34. D34. Yep, that's the one. And then go ahead and type in multiply, and you will go ahead and do it for the net rev, which is 23,750, and enter. And there you have it. This should come up on your screen. Once again, the formula is right there in front of you, equals D34 into D32. The only thing I did was for D34, which is accounts receivable as a percent of rev, which is very much 1%, into the value of net rev, which is 23,750. Now for the accounts payable part, we will go ahead and type in equals and go all the way down. What do we have? Accounts payable as a percent of COGS. Multiply. Yep, that's the one. Multiply by. What do we have? The net rev of 23,750. Enter, and this should be on your screen. Now we're gonna go for what is underneath the deferred rev. So equals deferred rev is 0.7%. Multiply, and then go ahead and do it for the net rev. What do we have for the net rev? 23,750, and then there you have it. You got 158 right there in front of you. Now for the fun and exciting part, go ahead and drop it all the way towards the right. There you have it. Do the same thing right there. No, we're gonna skip that. 10,000, 10,300. Yep, 300. We will go ahead and drop that down. You do have the values 200 and 100. Drop it down. Equals 650 equals sum D16. Alright, equals sum D16 and D17. Enter. Drop it down. 416, 458, 200, 158. You got 238, 13, 150. Okay, that's correct. You do have this data as well. Alright, so since the accounts payable is 200, the only thing we were missing was equals, accounts payable, and then there you have it. I don't like the amount of decimal places there are, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and format cells. I will go ahead and proceed by number, and instead of 2 decimal places, I'll go ahead and type in 0. And then there you have it. This is what it is supposed to look like. Go ahead and drop it all the way down toward the right, and then there you have it. You have 238, 261, 309. Perfect. Let's go for the fixed assets. For the fixed assets, we have 10,000. So what I'm going to do, in order for me to fill that out for December 22nd, equals, and then you have what? Fixed assets of 10,000. C9 plus C9 plus, and then it's asking us for fixed assets. We already have that sheet right there, and it is going to be 67910 24. So it's going to be approximate 24,000, which is very much going to be 24,000. So let me go back to my balance sheet, escape, go back to the fixed assets. Let me go ahead and make the total equal sum. Drop it down, enter, there you have it. Go back to your balance sheet and click equals 10,000 plus fixed assets, which is 14,000, and then go ahead and enter. There you have it. Once again, the only thing I did was equals 10,000 plus go back to your fixed assets, and click the 14,000 and enter. Please make sure that you apply the formula, which is equals SUM, drop it down and enter, and go back to your balance sheet and make sure that it is aligned for that format. And now it's asking us more in depth with the fixed assets, so let's just go ahead and click the fixed assets set and go ahead and do total capex, which is going to be bold. I'll go ahead and make it look clean, putting in the borders, bottom border, top border, 14,000 bold. Okay, I'll go ahead and bring that all the way towards the right. You got the depreciation. In short words, depreciation is if you buy an item which is very much brand new, like the Sharpie, for like $3, and if you were to try to sell it, it's going to be for $1, right? So the amount that was basically listed for the Sharpie is now depreciated. Go ahead and type in equals for the lemon crusher. What do we have? 5,000. You will go ahead and put in the FN key, F4. So I'm holding the FN key and I'm typing in F4 one time and 2 times. There you go. Divided by the ice machine, which is T6. Yep, that is off. So once again, what I'm going to do equals D5 lemon crusher, FN key F4 1 2, and then you have the lemon crusher. So I'm going to go ahead and put a multiply. Where is it? Multiply F4 1 2 3. This is what it's supposed to show up. Yet again, it's showing you 15,000. Equals lemon crusher 1 2 3 divided by lemon crusher F3, and I'm going to do it 4 times. F4 key 1 2, FN key 1. Oh god. There you have it. 1 2 3. There you have it, and then enter, and then drop this all the way down towards the right. I apologize if it was a complicated formula. Usually it tends to work, but this is the formula that you need in order for you to get the rest of the data. And what you could do is just very much drop it down to the refrigerator. Then you can drop this down to the right. Total DNA, top border, bottom border, make it a capital. I'm going to go ahead and make some indent, 1 2. Same thing for lemon crusher, 1 2. And I will proceed by doing the next step, since you already have everything that you need. We do want to make sure that our data is accurate, so D5, wait. So you got the D5 and the C5, no, that's going to be the end data, which is the lemon crusher, 5,000. I'm holding the FN key, and I'm going to go ahead and type in 1 time, 2, 3, there you have it, divided by what we have already, which is the data itself, which is the lemon crusher, and then enter, bring it down, because clearly we did not apply. FN key, 1 time, 2 times, it should work. there you go. Now automatically you can go ahead and drop it down all the way towards the right. There you have it. This is what it's supposed to look like on the screen. I do apologize if this formula was a little bit too complicated, but we were able to eliminate it. So the only thing that was the difference was that we didn't have the data for December 31st, 25, all the way towards 26, which is why it has showed up an error. And then if you go ahead and enter, this will come up. And now what you can do is just drop it down towards the right. 2000, 2001, 67, 429, 857. Make sure that your borders are aligned. Bottom border, top border. Please do make sure that the dates is considered to be the formula, which is the format cells. Custom, type in Y, E, and there you have it. And now for the best part, equals sum, drop down, enter, bring it all the way towards the right. We do not have any existing equipment for the amount in 2001. There's no data for that, so just delete that, and then there you have it. Please make sure that it's in bold. And yeah, you're done with the fixed assets part. Let's go back to our balance sheet. Now we will go ahead with the accumulated depreciation equals C10 minus, let's go back to our fixed assets, and what do we have? Total DNA, enter, and there you have it. Now that you have the formula, just go ahead and drop it down towards the right, drop these two down towards the right, and then automatically you will also drop down the 13150 towards the right. Let's focus with the current liabilities, which we are already done. Now for the total current liabilities, we already have the amount. Non-current liabilities, we do have debt. We know for a fact that debt is something that has to be repaid, so go ahead and type in equals, and what do we have? Debt worth of 10,000 plus, what do I have more? Where's that? Net borrowing, there you go. And we have approximate, and automatically will come up. And then you can go ahead and type in minus, and then the interest rate, which is 7%, enter. And there you have it, and all you can do is just drop it down towards the right. D39. There you go. Drop it down, and then there you have it. You can do the same thing for total non-current liabilities and total liabilities. Drop it down towards the right. And there you have it. You're done with this part. Let's go for the equity. For the common stock, go ahead and drop that towards the right. That's okay. For the retained earnings, we'll go ahead and type in equals retained earnings, which is 25550, and then you'll press plus, go back to your income statement, and whatever amount that you did end up getting for your net income, you'll proceed by entering, and then automatically it will show up the amount. And once again, that is the part that you are going to be doing. If you were to follow the video instructions from part 1, it will bring up the amount. When you do enter, my amount can be different, but your amount can be pretty much the correct data. Once again, I don't have the data in front of me. The reason why is that I want to make this challenging. So once again, what is the formula? Equals 2550 plus go back to your income statement, and whatever amount that you did end up getting for your net income, click that and enter. What I'm going to do now is just drop this all the way towards the right, and then automatically this will come up. You will get the rest of the data as I have mentioned. Please go ahead and type in equals to C25 plus the income statement and whatever amount that you do end up getting for your net income. Enter. Click that and enter, and then automatically your data sheet will be filled out. Once again, please, this data that I have right here in front of you, it is not correct. Right here, it is incorrect. The reason why, like I have mentioned, I do want you to watch this video in order for you to eliminate this task. You will get the right data. Once again, equals 2550 plus, go back to your income statement and whatever amount that you do end up getting, please click that, which is very much your net income, and then automatically enter. I will give you a hint. Your number should look like 4760, and the one that is underneath, that is all correct, and this should also be 14,939. There you have it. This part right here that I have for you, this is correct. It should look like this, and once you do end up getting it like that, you will drop it down all the way towards the right, and then automatically you will get the numbers, which once again, you have 2346, 2940, you got 6291, which is in negative, 6291, you got negative 5535, and then you have negative 7794. If you do end up manually typing, I will not give you credit for that. In order for you to get the credit, you need to apply the formula. Please, once again, in order for you to get the credit, you need to apply the formula. Also, you don't need to highlight it, so ignore that. No fill. Go down to your interest payment. We will go ahead and apply the formula. Equals, what do we have? The interest rate 10%. Multiply by, go all the way up. What do we have? D20. Yep. Go ahead and enter. And then 665 should be on your screen. Bring it down towards the right, and then there you have it.